So, first and foremost, I want to take this opportunity to apologize. For not uploading last weekend, and honestly, I don't feel like I should apologize for that, so I'm going to take that back. I didn't upload last weekend because it was the first weekend in a long time that I just allowed myself to enjoy myself for the weekend, which is what weekends should be about. So I didn't upload anything on Sunday because I normally edit on Saturdays, and I was hanging out with my cousins for a fun girls' day night in Los Angeles on Saturday, so I just didn't get it done. And the other reason is because the footage that I had accumulated during the week really wasn't that great, because I just felt like I wasn't really present when I was talking to the camera, if that even makes sense. So I just scrapped it. So this week, with the exception of Monday I made a conscious choice not to vlog because I just wasn't in the proper state of mind to do it. I was a little overwhelmed by just work. So this week I was like, okay, I'm gonna do a better job. I'm gonna vlog this week. I'm gonna get something edited and upload it. And I actually even got a couple clips. I don't remember if it's 1 or 2, but I did. And then the weeks got into full swing, and then I literally never had a moment to either think about picking up the camera or to actually just pick up the camera, so it didn't happen. So then this morning comes and I say, okay, it's Friday. I haven't really gotten any footage of how my week has gone so far, so this week's vlog will just be like a day in the life, and it will be Friday. Vlogged on the way to work, just like some montage footage. I wasn't talking in the video that I took. And I got to work, and I promise you, as soon as I got to work, it was nonstop. I got to work at about 7:20. I was meeting the leadership kids at 7:30 because it was a spirit day. California Love, in case you're wanting to know. And what we're trying to do on Spirit Fridays is to greet people as they arrive at school by just cheering and just playing music and being enthusiastic. And so I had to meet them at 7:30. And from that moment on, like, I didn't even have like a moment to spare to talk to you guys. So this is not going to be a vlog, and so that's my way of saying that there is no vlog for this week. But as I was thinking about how I'm a failure as a vlogger, as a teacher blogger, I should say, this morning, one of the things that I decided is I wanted to talk about a thought that I've had this past week, and maybe share that with you guys in the vlog that I thought I was going to make, but now this is really just like a sit-down video. And it goes along with what I just said in terms of why I didn't vlog these past 2 weeks, or why I didn't upload. And it is this. I am starting to believe that the whole concept of like the discrepancy between like the stress levels of a first-year teacher versus the stress levels of a more experienced teacher, it just no longer exists. And here's why I think that. People talk about your first year of teaching, it's going to be your most stressful year, and you're just going to be so overwhelmed, and you're not going to feel like you know what you're doing the whole year, and you're not going to know if you're coming or going, and then it's going to get better once that first year's over. I honestly am at a point where I don't even believe that that's even a thing anymore. I honestly believe that all teachers are now at a place, no matter if it's your first year, your 5th year, or your 15th year like me, where you feel like that more often than not. The majority of your school year, you are feeling extremely overwhelmed, extremely tired, like there's not enough time in the day, that you can't catch your breath, that you can't catch a moment, that you can't do everything, and that you can't do everything well. And the reason why I thought that this week is because a few things happened. One, I've had multiple friends of mine that I work with just approach me because they know that I am the rep for the union, and just really to kind of like vent about just their stress levels, and like maybe come up with some things that they'd like us to propose or suggest when contract negotiations come about. And the majority of the conversation hasn't been so much about what they want the district to do, but more so just like expressing the feeling of like they just are so overwhelmed, like just beyond overwhelmed. And to feel this overwhelmed at this point of the year, we have only been in school 6 weeks. To feel that overwhelmed and that stress at this point of the year, it's just unnerving. It makes them nervous. Especially some of the people that I spoke to are parents. So they have you know, that responsibility. And so a couple people I've talked to about that, and just the fact that they're having like physical symptoms of stress. Now, when they said that, the same is happening to me. Like, I woke up on Monday, and then not just Monday, like I regularly wake up right now and I'm immediately feeling like stress. Like Monday just sticks out because I woke up on Monday and I really did think to myself, like, maybe you're having some kind of anxiety attack and you just aren't realizing it. What it felt like on Monday is that I was not fully breathing. So it felt like I wasn't fully exhaling. There was just a lot of tension like in my chest, and it didn't feel good. Then I get to school and I talk to my partner, my teaching partner, and I think I was telling her that, and she is new, like she is brand new to teaching. And so she asked, does that feeling ever go away? Because she's feeling that way, thinking like, well, I'm a first year teacher, this is how I'm supposed to feel. And I was like, honestly, I didn't have any words of like encouragement, because I was like, I really don't think it ever goes away. Like, there may be moments, like a day or two, where you feel like you have it all under control, but most of the time you feel that way as a teacher. My friend, the other reason why I'm thinking about this concept of first year teacher, like stress is no longer a thing, is my friend Liza, who a lot of you know because she's popped up in many vlogs. Eliza, if you don't know or have not picked up on it, if you guys think I'm organized, Liza is just as organized, if not more organized in some ways. On top of that, she is highly efficient. Like, she is the fastest moving, most efficient person that I know in like all regards. Like, anything that we do, she's always going to be done first, and it's going to be accurate. So it's not like she's fast and like inaccurate. Highly efficient. Good with time management, not a procrastinator. In comparison to her, I'm a procrastinator. She is getting to work at 5 o'clock in the morning to work because she feels like she's that behind. She's been teaching. This is her 15th year of teaching. And so I just thought to myself, I don't think it even matters if it's your first year or not anymore. I think we have gotten to such a place in education that we are just so overwhelmed by the responsibilities of just teaching that we are overwhelmed with the amount of things that we're trying to accomplish in the day, the never-ending work pile, just everything, that we're just perpetually stressed. There are teachers that I know that have had to take days off because they feel physically unwell. I know my teaching partner has had like stomach issues, and so she's like, I don't know if it's just because of stress. I've had chest pains, I've had stomach issues, and I really believe it's all from just being stressed, just being overly stressed. And so I am putting this out there because I know there are people who watch these vlogs that are teaching currently, but then I also know there's people that are watching them because they are interested in becoming a teacher, or they're on the path of becoming a teacher, or they're in their early years of teaching. And I just want you to know that if you are feeling overwhelmed and stressed, we all are. Like, I'm feeling overwhelmed and stressed. And I think what was happening for me this year is I was just attributing what I was feeling, like my chest pains and this feeling of stress, I was just attributing it to the fact that I've made a big change. I've jumped from elementary school to middle school, and so I'm just adjusting to the change, which a lot of it is that. But when I realized, well, people that have been in elementary school or in middle school or did not make a drastic change are teaching the same thing they've taught for a few years, they're feeling the exact same way that I am. So I know I can't just blame it on, well, I'm new. I think it's just teaching is extremely demanding. And some people may go into teaching with this fantasy view of what it's like, that everything is going to be so smooth and you're going to be so organized and all the kids are going to learn and all that. And there is definitely some of that. But the reality is it's work. Like, it's a lot of work. It is extremely demanding. And so if you're on the road to becoming a teacher, I just want to make sure that you are aware of that, so that you don't get discouraged when you finally get your first classroom and you realize, oh my goodness, I'm super stressed right now, or oh my gosh, like I must be the only one feeling this way, because you're not. You're not the only one that is feeling that way. I would imagine that just about everybody you're teaching with is feeling that way. You won't feel that way all the time, but you will feel that way a lot if you're really committed to what you're doing and passionate to what you're doing. And that's the other thing, like for me right now, teaching is like a real catch-22. I absolutely enjoy it. I love the fact that what I'm doing has like relevance, that it's important. I have no regrets about going to middle school. It's just not even that. It's just the workload. I enjoy the age. I enjoy the school that I'm at. No regrets. And so the catch-22 is like, I really enjoy what I'm doing. And I really want, I told my neighbor this morning, who's a friend of mine and also teaches in a neighboring district, we were talking about just like professional plans. And I said, I think I'm just at a point where my professional goal is I just want to feel like I'm mastering the art of teaching. Because right now, I am a better teacher than what I'm like putting out there in the classroom. Right now, I am literally in survival mode. I'm going from day to day, and it just doesn't feel good. Like I hate that feeling. So the catch-22 is like, I'm doing something that I really at the end of the day love and feel passionate about and want to put my all into it. But at the same time, in this moment, I resent the amount of stress it is bringing to me, the amount of physical like ailment it's bringing to me, the feeling of like hopelessness in terms of I'm not going to be able to live a balanced life. The fact that it's taking my weekends away, the fact that it's taking away my ability to rest away, I really resent it right now. And I really miss having a job where I wake up, I get dressed, I go to work from 9 to 6, I leave at 6, I don't think about that job until I go back in the next day. So all that to say, A, if you're feeling the same kind of way, you're not alone. We're all feeling that way. B, I am so sorry I couldn't get a vlog together for you guys this week. Like I really couldn't. This is the first time that I've actually picked up the vlogging camera. And I don't even think that I have realized this week that I haven't done it, because I have just been going. And I know that you guys will be understanding of that, but I wanted to upload something so that you guys knew I hadn't forgotten about my responsibilities on YouTube, but also just to have a moment where it's just like a moment of real talk, a moment of reality that life is hard right now. Like my job is winning right now. It is killing me right now. I am angry with it right now because my life is totally unbalanced. And the people that I spoke to earlier this week, that's kind of like where they're at. They just feel completely and totally unbalanced in life. And we all feel like we should not be feeling this way because we're not new teachers. Like, if this were my first year, fine, I get that. But we are not new teachers. We've been teaching 4, 5, 10, 15 years, and we are still feeling unbalanced. So I don't know if that's ever going to change in education. I don't know if that's going to go away. But I know that it's unfortunate because my fear is that this overwhelming feeling of stress is going to start pushing very passionate quality teachers out of the profession, because you get to a point where you have to make a choice. I'm either going to be working myself to death, or I'm going to have to change something so that I can have a little bit more balance in my life and feel like I'm living life and not just working all the time, that I'm enjoying a weekend, that I'm enjoying time with my friends and family, that I'm in good health, and not just consumed by work. There are things in my personal life that I need to work on, just to keep my personal life intact, that I haven't had a chance to, because I'm constantly thinking about, no, I got to get this done, I got to get this done, I got to make sure I have this. And it's been frustrating. So I actually took a day off work yesterday to work. Like, I took a day off of work and I sat in my house. I woke up at 4:15 in the morning, worked out at 5 a.m., came home, and I worked from the time I got home until about 4 o'clock, because I had to go back to school for a parent event that I was on a committee for. And then I was there from 4:15 to about 8:30. Then I came home and I went to bed and woke up for a very busy Friday. So I hope that what I'm saying doesn't scare people away from teaching, but I hope that what I'm saying comforts those of you out there that are at whatever place you are on the teaching path. whether it's your first year or not. But if you're feeling this way, I hope it comforts you to know that you're not the only one. It's not anything that you're doing, but that just this is difficult work. It is a profession that doesn't have an endpoint, as I've said many times before, and sometimes that gets to be just a little too much for me. So that's it. That is what I have to share with you guys today. It is about 10 minutes to 5 right now. I've got my hair up because I'm about to get to work. I took the day off, like I said, yesterday to work, but I am committed today to finish my lesson planning. I have planned for my core classes, which are social studies and language arts, but I also need to plan for my universal access class where I teach language live. It is a curriculum that I've never taught before. I have not had a chance to sit down and like get into it, and I need to get that done so that I'm not living day to day next week, that I'm ahead of the game and being proactive and not reactive in my professional life. So that is how I'm going to be spending my Friday night. If you like this video, if you can relate to anything that I say, if it helped you in any way, please give the video a thumbs up. Make sure to comment if you have something to share to contribute to this conversation. If you agree with me that the concept of first year teacher stress just doesn't even exist, it's just plain old teacher stress, period, leave a comment in the comment section below. And if you're not following me on Instagram, please do follow me on Instagram. I am less than 2,000 away now to 10,000. I need 10,000 to get the swipe up feature so I can link my videos there as well. But if nothing else, I hope that you guys are having a great day, and I will be sure to talk to you guys next week. So I will see, or Monday, which is tomorrow for some of you. I will talk to you guys soon. Bye.